And today on Shady eBay Purchases, hashtag might have gotten scammed, we are going to open up 40 packs of Dominaria. I bought these off of eBay, like this, just 40 packs. It was a little shady because they weren't in the box, and 40 packs is kind of weird. And the seller doesn't, he's got all these auctions for 40 packs of certain sets, which is odd to me, instead of just having them all in boxes. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and think maybe they just opened up bundles to get something else out of the bundle, maybe, and that's how they have even numbers of packs. It's kind of weird. But the packs are in really rough shape. You can tell they've been handled quite a bit. So I'm a little worried about it, especially after my last video that I just did of the Throne of Eldraine Collector's Bundle that had upside down damaged cards in the middle of it and was missing uncommons from packs, and I only got a few box toppers. I did not get 4 or more. The box are supposed to have 4 or 5. There was only one really cheap box topper and 2 of the foil alternate arts. Yeah, so I contacted that seller to see what he wants to do. I may not post the video if he begs me not to, but I probably will, because that's pretty shady. I paid a lot of money for that, and total, after all said and done, I paid $275 for the box. Mid price on every card over $1. Total is up less than $190, and that's like, you know, if you could sell it for what it actually is listing for. Yeah, so didn't even make half my value back out of that box. So let's check out these Dominaria packs and hope I do a lot better on these. I'll stop talking and start breaking. All right, I don't know the order of these packs. Some of these packs do feel a little shady when I was kind of playing around with them after I got them out of the package. They were literally just sent in a big padded envelope. I don't know much about the set at all. I just know some of the money cards to look for, and that's like the Mox Amber and Teferi and stuff. So if you haven't been watching my videos, or if it's the first one you're seeing, I haven't played Magic in like 11 years and just decided to get back into it. Bought a whole bunch of cards. Oh, that's weird. So I guess the rares in between the uncommons. Okay, I'm already dropping the ball on this opening here. I didn't know they were out of order. That's my bad. All right. So again, I haven't played in 11 years. Just started getting back into it here a few weeks ago. I've only done one booster draft since I've been back, but I'll probably do another one in a couple days here. It's Wednesday, so I'll probably go do the Friday Night Magic again this week and see how well I fare with some Throne of Eldraine booster action. And see, so the packs are kind of opening weird. They're not pulling off clean like they usually do, so we'll see. So far, I got a Black Blade Reforged, which is not very financially acceptable. All right. What's your favorite card in this set? Anybody got a favorite here? Okay, looks like we got Dauntless Bodyguard, Joyruz familiar, and Jaya's Immolating Inferno with some kind of print thing going on here on the A. Oh, I see a foil. There's a foil. Yeah, it's a foil common. All right. And then we got our other uncommon with the alternate border, which is kind of cool. So we do get our first foil there. Obviously, looks like my favorite one in this set is the Mox Amber. Actually, it's kind of funny. I was just kind of saw the Mox Amber on something, and I think it was another unboxing video or something. I was like, oh, that looks like a really cool card. I got to get some of those. Hey, Sarah Angel. She's been around forever. Actually, one of the decks I kept when I got out of Magic, like 11, 12 years ago, was a deck that's based around Sarah Angel and Singer Vampire. Good old Death from Above deck. All right, Fire Fist Adept. Uh-oh, wait, we got 3 uncommons in a row. The others were 2 uncommons and a rare. What do we got going on here? Do we got a full rare? No, we got a full common. Do we have a rare at all? Oh, there's a rare. All right, so 2 full commons. A Joda Archmage Eternal. Pretty cool for a 5-color deck. Where was I? I get distracted easily, you know. So yeah, what's your favorite card in the set? Anyway, I was yeah, that's where I was going. I was talking about Mox Amber. So I was looking up kind of prices on Mox Ambers on eBay, and I came across this. Well, I decided to look up box prices too, and I came across this kind of thing, and I ended up getting it for a little bit less than I probably would have paid for a full box for a couple extra packs. So I figured, why not? Give it a shot. Shades of Latinam. He was good way back in the day. I don't know if anybody's still running him or not. Pretty cheap for draw a card. Of course, you got a sack an artifact, so cool if you can get a steal artifact and steal somebody else's artifact and then sack it. Squee the Immortal. All right. Nothing exciting so far. So yeah, I don't even think we've hit. We might have hit a couple dollar rares, but most of them look pretty uneventful. We'll see if we get any Karns or Mox Ambers or anything like that. Helm of the Host. Oh, hey, this order is really messing with me here. This is going to take a minute for me to get used to. All right. So anyway, we'll see. Pretty sure I got scammed on a repack box on that collector's edition, so we'll see if I got scammed on both of these eBay finds. All right, what do we got here? Ooh, we got our first mythic, Phyrexian Scriptures. Not worth anything. I do like the looks of these cards. I think they did a pretty cool job with the sagas. I don't have a clue how they work yet. I haven't gotten that far to looking into them. But we got a mythic, so that's a good thing. Of course, it's not worth anything, I don't think. But who knows, I could be wrong. The price list I looked up may have been mistaken. Gilded Lotus. Nice. All right, that's making things look up a little bit, because I imagine if these were repacks, they wouldn't have left that in there. I mean, it's not a big value card, but it is one of the more valuable cards in the set, so maybe I can actually go 2 openings in a row and get real cards instead of getting hosed by eBay sellers. All right, a couple uncommons here. Amanthan Wall, Sanctum Spirit, and oh, we got one of the lands. Nice. All right, so we're doing pretty good. That's another hit. The lands all seem to be looking like about I think that $3 to $5 range probably. Some might be a little bit more, some might be a little bit less. They're not bad. I hate stuff that comes in tapped, but they do have an option to put them into play untapped. So a dual land you can get into play untapped is pretty awesome. I wouldn't try running those in a 5-color deck because they're probably all going to come into play tapped, because the odds of you getting just the right colors at the right time pretty slim. But uh-oh, we got 3 uncommons in a row. Did we get a foil rare? No, we got a foil common. That's so weird how they put the 3 uncommons in a row whenever there's a foil after them. But otherwise they're out of work. Oh, I don't get it. This is weird. Nice little foil card. It's pretty. And our rare is Teshar. Okay. I don't run white very often. No. I was never big on the white weenie decks just because they were so annoying to play against. And they just got too many weaknesses, I always felt, in my personal opinion. I don't know, I'm sure things have gotten a lot more evolved now, and they probably don't have those weaknesses anymore. Urza's Ruinous Blast. So, I quit for a little while after Homelands. I quit for a while and didn't start back again until Mirrodin, so I actually had missed the Urza's block, which was really disappointing because I was a huge Antiquities fan back in the early days, and just because I loved artifacts. Artifacts are great because you can run them in any deck. I just really like the artifacts, so when I was so disappointed when I found out there was a whole Urza's block and I had missed the whole thing. But the Mirrodin block had a ton of really great artifacts too, so I kind of made up for it. Mishra's Self-Replicator, speaking of Urza's block stuff. Raft Capuchin? Shift Mage? Okay. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's way too late for this English's stuff. Worked a nice long day today, and then came home to do some unboxing videos because I bought a ton of Magic cards and haven't had time to open them all. I can't just break into them like I used to because I want to do them on video now. A couple uncommons. Oh, 3 uncommons in a row again. So the packs are just whatever they feel like. And then we got, ooh, an uncommon dampening sphere foil. I'm pretty sure this is a reprint, and I remember the original one was pretty popular. So yeah, we'll see if this one's still any popular. And then an Evra. Right. So mainly hoping for a Mox Amber or 6, you know. And of course, Teferi would be nice. Karn would be nice. There are some good cards on this set still. Ooh, an Icy. Yeah, this was a little bit of a backstory on this card. So this was actually the first one that had gone out of print, and then Wizards of the Coast decided to reprint it. I think it was an Ice Age, obviously Icy, Manipulator, Ice Age, and everybody was like furious about it because it was the first time they had taken an out of print card and decided to reprint it. Drexel Scrooge, or Scourge of Krug. Yeah, I tried to put them both together. That doesn't work. It's Scourge of Krug, not Scrooge. Scrooge would be kind of funny, though. They can do that in an unglued set. Are you listening, Wizards? Unglued set, or unhinged, or whatever you call it. Unsomething set. So anyway, the Icy was the first one that they reprinted, and all the old school players were just like furious about it because Icy was worth all this money right before they reprinted it. Then once they reprinted it, the values just plummeted. So that actually caused some of the old school original players that I used to play with back in the day to actually quit because, you know, they'd spent a bunch of money buying these Icies at the time, and then Wizards went and reprinted it, and the value just plummeted on it from the reprint. Of course, now they reprinted it like 100 times, which is kind of funny. Another Dampening Sphere non-foil that time. Two-headed Giant. There used to be a playing format back in the day. Is it still a playing format? I'm not sure. I never really did any of the big tournaments or anything, just like booster drafts. And back then we had what was called sealed deck drafts because the main set revised had starter decks. And we would do like this kind of multi-week draft. Ooh, Hinterland Harbor. I think that's the most expensive of the dual lands. It's up there. It's one of the top couple, anyway. So anyways, we would do a starter deck and a couple boosters. And the first, like, hour, I think it was, you would open your packs and see what you got, and then you had an hour to trade with all the other players in the draft. So you could actually trade cards and try and build a deck. And then you would start this, like, multi-week tournament. I think it usually took about 3 weeks to do. Like, you had the first round, then the semifinals. Ooh, a Multaney. You have a Maya's Avatar. I think that I'm pronouncing that right. So there's our second mythic of the box, right? We got second mythic. That's a good one. And so over the, yeah, like the first week would be the initial rounds, and then they'd do another set of rounds against different players, and it was kind of one of those, I think it was like a best of 3 thing, and then there was, the finalists would do like another week by themselves, I think. It's been a long time. That was like 20-something, 25 years ago or something like that. So it's been a long time, but it was kind of fun because it was like a multi-week thing. Plus, you actually got to trade, unlike drafts where you just draft what you get and that's it. We actually had a little time to trade and kind of tweak our decks a little bit more. But it was actually, it was for ante. So you actually did have to ante cards back up then. That was still in the early days when it was gambling, and it was kind of scary because, you know, people, you know, boxes and Black Lotuses were just barely out of print. They'd only been out of print for a few weeks at the time when I did this tournament. So, you know, people were still playing for ante back then. So people were anteing up Moxes and Black Lotuses and stuff. And if you lost the game, you lost your Mox. So that caused quite a few temper tantrums and fights, and there's definitely a reason they took the anti-cards out and then banned them. There's legitimate reasons. I mean, we're talking like fist fights at Magic Nights and stuff. I mean, and this is back when Black Lotus was only worth like $50. You know, I mean, seriously, Black Lotus was like $50 at the time, but it's still people were getting fist fights because you know, some other dude throws a swamp on top of his deck, and you throw a Black Lotus on top of yours, and I mean, you're gonna lose that $50 card, and he's not worth risking anything but a basic land. So people got kind of upset about that stuff back then. Got a foil uncommon, Yargle. Funny names. All right. So yeah, Annie was kind of bad. Not the best foresight with that one. I mean, a little bit of pessimism could have paid off back then if there had been one guy at Garfield Games back then. I think that was even. I don't know if they were calling it Wizards of the Coast when they first started. I think they were, but it was technically Garfield Games. If one person had told Richard Garfield, hey, you know, I see some bad things happening with this Annie thing, you know, if these cards become any valuable at all, people might get in fights about losing a valuable card on the ante. But anyway, we ended up, you know, doing these tournaments with these starter decks, 2 booster starts, and then trade them with the other players to try and build a nice deck that you thought would compete against everybody else. I knew nothing. I just started playing when I did this, so I built a green and white deck, and the rare that I pulled was Personal Incarnation, which at the time was like a beast card. You know, it was all about big creatures back then. So Personal Incarnation was just like, I was like, oh wow, that's such an awesome card. I'm gonna build my whole deck around this thing. So I built the deck around Personal Incarnation, and it was terrible. I got just brutally stomped in every game. Okay, that's like the 6th 2-headed giant I think I've gotten. How many 2-headed giants have I gotten here? Let me see. There's 1, 2, 3. Holy moly. 4. I have already gotten a complete play set. Wow, that card feels like really thick for some reason. Seriously, this card's like twice as thick as all the rest of them. What's going on here? That's weird. You know, this one card just feel. I thought 2 cards were stuck together because it feels so thick. I doubt we can see any difference on the camera here. Yeah, that's a waste of time. Yeah, anybody need a playset of 2-headed giants? I seem to have gotten 4 2-headed giants already, and I'm not even. I think I'm just now about halfway through these packs. So anyway, yeah, never build the deck around Personal Incarnation. This day and age, you might be able to, but back then we didn't have enough of card pool to draw from to make just a slug like that actually function. So, especially as a new player, you gotta be kidding me. Did somebody search these packs and pull out all the packs with 2-headed giants? That is now the 5th 2-headed giant in a row. Are you seeing this? Is this like an uncommon that's just got a gold symbol on it or something? What's going on here? We're gonna put him aside and see if we get like 16 more of him. I guess you can't see him down there. Let's put him. Oh, can't really put him anywhere. Put him out here because we're not really getting too many hits aside from that Gilded Lotus and a couple lands so far. Anyway, foil uncommon, pretty one. I like those alternate borders. That's pretty cool. Yeah, never build a deck around Personal Incarnation. People were building decks around Force of Nature back then, and just like brutalizing people because he was such a big monster. If you could get him out fast enough, there wasn't really too many ways to stop him in the old days. Nowadays, there's a lot more ways to stop big creatures like that. Ooh, another Hinterland Harbor. So 2 of those, that's good. And another little foily guy. Just a common, nothing exciting. But I did like that format of the starter and 2 boosters, and then being able to trade before the tournament starts. It made it a little bit more complicated because the guy running the tournament basically had to have plastic cases that at the end of the day everybody would put our decks in, and then he would actually keep them in a suitcase that he would take with him. So we didn't have to worry about anybody cheating. And ooh, got a foil rare, History of Benalia. I think that's actually a good one too. Yes, that is actually a good card. So we got a really good foil rare there. Nice. Add in a couple dollar bills on the bar there. And we'll set that one out here. Oh, is that a mythic? I think that's a mythic. It's hard to tell from the symbol, but I think that's actually a foil mythic, so that's even better. So, people in the comments like, that's not a mythic, that's a rare, you dummy, can't you see? So anyway, I was saying I did like that format, and I think somebody should probably bring that back. I think Wizards of the Coast should bring back the starter decks. I mean, I thought that was great. Personally, if I was calling any shots out there, I would Thran Temporal Gateway. I would bring back starter decks and take the basic lands out of the packs. Nobody since the dawn of time has liked getting basic lands in a booster pack. That's a waste of a slot. We'd rather have a common, another common, or another token or something. Are you listening, Wizards? Probably not. But let me tell you, if I was in charge, heads would roll. Yeah, I think they should bring back the starters. Put basic lands on the starters like the old days. Another Sarah Angel. I've got a lot of her in this stack of random packs. Not as many of hers I've gotten two-headed giants, though. 5 in 40 packs is kind of ridiculous. So, yeah, if anybody at Wizards is paying attention to me at all, bring back starters, get basic lands out of the booster packs, make everybody happy. Here. Territorial Allosaurus. So, what was your favorite card in this set? Anybody got any favorites or any combos? Combos I love. Anybody that... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Holy crap, that's number 6. Number 6, two-headed giant. There has to be some way they search these packs. This is defying all odds. 6 two-headed giants. We're seriously up to 6 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at all those two-headed giants. I'm gonna have 2 play sets by the time I get through all these packs. That's ridiculous. Oh man. All right. Where was I? I was talking about combos. I love combos. If anybody's got a really cool combo idea, go ahead and post in the comments. If it's infinite, I will love you forever because infinite combos are so awesome to me. I'll make a video of the deck that I kept, my favorite deck of all time. When I did sell my collection like 12 years ago or whatever, 11, 12 years ago, I did keep 2 decks. I'm sure I've said that so many times. You guys are sick of hearing about it already if you watch more than one of my videos, but kept 2 decks, and one of them is an infinite combo deck. It's obviously they're vintage decks. I've only ever really built Oath of Teperi. Only ever really built like I think 1 or 2 standard decks. For a while there, I was doing the DCI thing with the rewards card here. How about that old guy there? That's a very old rewards card. I can't flip it over and show you my information, but yep, that's how long I've been playing. But during that era, when I was actually doing a lot of Friday Night Magics, and I was doing some standard tournaments. Oh, Hopt was in this set. That's a great card. I like that card. I did build a couple standard decks to do those tournaments, if I remember correctly, because this was during Time Spiral block. I built a good old Dragonstorm deck with good old World Gorger dragons flying all across the board on the 3rd turn. So it was fun. It was a cheesy combo, and everybody overdid it way too much when it came out because it was so easy to accomplish. That set just basically, you know, Wizards just kind of handed us that one on a silver platter, so it was kind of cheap, but it was fun. It was fun to throw a whole board full of giant dragons out there on the 3rd turn all of a sudden. Didn't we get that in like 2 packs ago? 3 packs ago? 4 packs ago. Yeah, 4th one down. So we just got a Territorial Allosaurus. Ooh, and a Foil Island. Now that pays for all the packs right there. Foil Island. Another uncommon. All right, we're getting down here. How many we got left? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 packs left. So far, it's, I don't know. What do you guys think? Has it been decent? I mean, no Mox Amber and no Karn and no Teferi. So I don't think we've gotten our monies back out of this yet. But like I said, I haven't played in a long time. I don't have any of this set. These are the first cards from this set I've ever opened. So it looked like a pretty cool set. So I'm basically just stacking up my my collection again, trying to get a little bit of each set. What's your favorite set of all the sets I've missed? So anything between Futures or Morningtide? Morningtide. I think I quit like right when Morningtide kind of came out. Muldrotha, hey, there's a decent mythic there. That one's worth a couple dollars. So we did get 4 mythics, so pretty much average for a box. They're not the strongest mythics. Put the Gilded Lotus and 3 of the lands. It's kind of good. Oh, and of course those 6 two-headed giants. I mean, that's 12 heads of giant right there. Woo! What's your favorite set that I've missed, or what do you think is the most valuable set that I've missed? You know, which one do you think that I would be smart to invest in? A Verdant Force. Ooh, a foil Icy Manipulator. I never thought I'd see the day that I see a foil Icy Manipulator. Probably because when Icy Manipulators came out, there was no such thing as foils. Even when they were reprinted, there was no such thing as foils. Foils were quite a bit down the road still for us. 3 packs left. But yeah, I'm kind of lost as to, because there's so many sets out now. I mean, they didn't just stick to the standard main set and a few expansion blocks throughout the year. They've actually done like all these master sets. The first eruption. They've done all these master sets. Get your mind out of the gutter. I know what you're thinking. So, I don't know. I don't really know where to start. It's kind of overwhelming. Plus, there's all this commander stuff and whatnot. So, if you got any suggestions, please leave a comment. Let me know what set you think I'd be crazy not to invest in and grab before they go skyrocketing through the roof with the price. Oh, another Gilded Lotus. So we got 2 Gilded Lotuses out of 40 packs. That's not too bad. And another foily glider. Good old foily gliders. And another uncommon. All right, last pack. So no Teferis, no Karns, and no Mox Ambers. Do you think one of them will be in this pack? Or do you think they searched these packs and just didn't care about the mid-range cards and I got hosed? Because it was eBay, so there's a distinct possibility with that. They were not in a sealed box. As you see behind me, I do have a bunch of sealed boxes that I bought mostly from local gaming stores. A couple of them I got on eBay, but mostly from local gaming stores. We'll see. We got a lot more to open. What do we get? Thran Temporal Gateway, another duplicate. At least it wasn't a two-headed giant. Oh, we got a fall rare. Dread Shade. He's probably a big whopping 50-cent card. I don't know. It could be actually a good card. I'll have to check. I have no idea about the values. All right, so there's 40 packs of a very shady and risky eBay purchase. All in all, it looks kind of like just a weaker box. I did get 3 of the lands, including 2 of the harbors, which are I think a little bit more valuable. I did get a couple of Gilded Lotuses, and we did get our 4 mythics, and one of them was foil, which is nice. This actually, the History of Benalia is a little bit of a money card, I guess you could say. I think when I looked this up, it was like about a $5 or $6 card without the foil, so the foil could be pretty penny there. So all in all, I think I did okay. Much better than I thought I was going to do, because I kind of assumed they might be repacks, because I got a pretty good deal on them. I mean, not terribly great deal. I think I paid $90 for the 40 packs. So not horrible, but about what I would have paid for a sealed box. But I probably wouldn't have gotten 6 two-headed giants in a single sealed box. If I did, Wizards really needs to work on their randomization. So I think these are all packs from multiple boxes. Most likely, here's what I'm thinking what happened. Most likely, I'm thinking they did a mass box opening, and they pulled packs out of boxes until they hit the Mox Ambers, the Karns, and the Teferis. And as soon as they got those out of a box, or like 1 or 2 of them out of a box, they took the rest of the packs and tossed them aside, and that's how they got this stack of 40 packs. Most likely, I think that's what happened, because obviously you're unlikely to get 2 Mox Ambers or 2 Karns or anything like that in a box. So they probably just opened boxes until they got the really big hits, and then took the rest of the packs because they knew the box was only going to likely have that 1 big hit or 2 big hits, and then put the rest of the packs in just random for sale on eBay lots like this. So, oh no, I could have done worse, could have done a lot better. I'll just chalk it up to not the greatest box, but I got a decent deal on the packs. And like I said, I'm just trying to build up my collection, get some cards back so I can start playing again, building decks again. So let me know what you guys think. Was this kind of what you expect out of an average kind of box with 4 extra packs, or do you think this was pretty weak? I'm not too sure about the pull rates on the stuff in here. I would imagine the Teferis, the Mox Ambers, and the whatever the other one is. I'm drawing a blank here. Oh, the Karns probably aren't the easiest draws anyway. But most likely that's what happened. They'd open boxes till they found one of those, and then throw the rest of the packs in a sell on eBay pile. But hey, a lot of good cards in here. I don't care about the rarities when it comes to playing. I care about the functionality. So the dual lands are going to help me a lot, because unfortunately I sold all my revised dual lands with my set. I used to have multiple play sets of each dual land. I think I had 2 play sets of each dual land, a lot of which were unlimited as well in my original collection when I sold it. So those are going to be kind of hard to get back these days by the looks of the prices. I probably won't have many dual lands when I to play with when I start playing again. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you stuck out through this whole 31-minute video, I really truly appreciate it. If you liked it, give me a like, thumbs up, sub, share it with your friends. Any support would be truly appreciated. Thanks, guys.